Hello, so today we are going to do an example of using notifications on Android, especially after in Android 8 notifications API changed a bit, and so we are going to go through that today using this sample app. So I will have a button here. When clicked, it shows a notification here with the title and the text content. And we will see also notification channels and how users can configure them and how that impacts our notification and how we ourselves can configure notification channels. So let's get started. So one thing to note about notifications is that since Android 8, which is API level 26, all notifications that are created by an app should be assigned to a notification channel. We'll see how we can create one. And these channels, you can set some behavior on them. So you can add a visual or an audio configuration to the channel, and any notifications that is assigned to that channel will have the same behavior. And users also can change the settings of these channels in the settings in their app's phone settings. And so even if you set some configuration for a notification channel, the user can later change that and alter it. So it gives more freedom to users. So let's see how we can create a notification channel. So first, we need to create an app of an app class. Why do we need? So why create a notification channel in the app class? It's because basically when you create an existing notification channel with the same original values, then it's safe to call the same creation logic again, because if the values are the same, nothing will happen. And so it doesn't matter if we don't need to create it only once. And so every time the app runs, we can create the notification channel again, but it will essentially be a no operation, a no op essentially. Now, why do we do it in the app is because, well, it's useless to run it like, say, on every screen open, like say in the main activity or another activity, because you will just be running useless code a lot of times. And so to minimize the number of time it runs, we can put it in the app class. And so let's just create an app here. So this is an application, extends application here. And we need, of course, onCreate. So override, onCreate. And so for our app to work here, this is something that people often forget when coding. So you need to add it to your manifest file, and so you need app here. And then in our onCreate, that's where we are going to create here the notification channel that we will be used to set our notification. And so let's just define this function, call it create notification channels. Okay, so we need to create the notification channel here. Let's create the function for it. And so since we said that's only Android 8 supports the notification channels, so we don't need to have a notification channel for API is lower than API level 26, which is Android 8. So this is API level 26, right? And if we look at our sample app here, it has min SDK version 21, and so we do have APIs that are below 26, right? But Android has notification Compat, which is from the compatibility library, supports compatibility library, which will create the notification without the channel in API levels below 26. And so this we will need to run only for API level 26 and above. And so to do that, we are going to check first. So in the builder class, we have the version attribute here that can give us the API version. And so we could check and check that if it's below API level 26, which is Android O, right? So the version code's O here. If we go, you could see it's they don't mention it, but yeah, this is Android. Yeah, you can see here it's API level 26, which is Android 8. So if it's below that, we don't want to create a channel, so we can just return right away, right? And if we go here, then it means it's bigger or equal than API level 26, and so we need to create the channel. And so to create a channel, we can just say notification channel. We need two parameters. We need to give it the ID of the channel and the name of the channel and the importance level. So the channel ID needs to be just a string. So let's just create a constant here and call that test channel, or any name you want. It just has to be unique within your app. And now we need the name. So let's just create a name here. Call it channel name maybe. And let's just get a string, call it channel name. And let's just say, give it any name we want here. And now we need the importance level. This is very important because it determines whether your notification will be noisy or not. And so if you say that the importance level is, so the constants are in notification manager. If you say importance level high or default, you will get a sound when the notification appears. And if you say low or anything other than default and high, so you have low, none, specified, min, things like those are silent, and so you won't get a sound when the notification appears. It's important to think about this in your app, because for apps that send a lot of notifications that are noisy, like with the sound, that can be pretty annoying to the user. It's usually best practice to just send maybe one noisy notification, or at most two, so that you don't annoy users, because maybe in the worst case scenario, a user can by chance get 2 or 3 notifications in a row from your app that have a sound. So they will either maybe disable uninstall the app, or they will go to settings and just say that they don't want any notification from the app. And so yeah, you'd have to be aware of that when designing your notifications. Now for the purpose of demonstration here, I'll just give it a default so we can have hear a sound, and then later we can change that. Okay, so now that we have this notification channel, let's just call it channel. Let's give it a description, right? So you can set up multiple attributes like the channel group, importance level, you can set it later, whether you want a color, vibration pattern, and things like that. And so right now we want to set a description, and so let's just get a string here and define a description. So channel description. And now we want to create the channel using notification manager. And notification manager, we can obtain it from system service. It's a system service, so we can just say get system service and pass the name of the notification, the name of the service, which is can be found in the context class. So we can say context dot notification service, and we want to get the type here is just an object, so we want to cast it to the type that we know that this system service returns, which is notification manager. And once we do that, we'll get a notification manager. Now, once we get the notification manager, we can just create our notification channel and pass in the notification. And pass in the channel, sorry. If we look here, there are different things we can do. So we can create a channel group, you can create a list of channels here, you can pass multiple of them. Yeah, but there are a lot of options there, but right now we just want to create one single channel. Okay, so now that we have our channel, let's run the app. So we haven't, let's just make sure we have the app in the manifest. We do have it, and let's run the app. Okay, so now that we run the app, we still don't have a way to send the notification itself, but let's just look at the notifications here. And so let's go to, so we haven't sent any notifications, so you can see in the recent notification sent we don't have our app. But if we look at the notification demo app that we have here and look at notifications, you can see we have our channel that we just specified, and you can see here the behavior of the notification channel is that it does make a sound. This is because we set the importance level to default, right? And you can see users can change that to make the notification silent. And you have a bunch of other configuration that the user can send. Like here, because of the behavior is that it makes a sound, the user can change that. They can change also a bunch of other attributes. Now, if I just show you and set the notification level to low here, and if we go again to the settings, and we go to notifications, and go to our channel here, you can see that the behavior is now that the notifications are silent. And yeah, so that's, we have a way to configure these, but users can change them. So they can, for example, make the notification noisy and make a sound. So, and once you set these notification configuration for a channel with your app, you can't change it anymore because the users may have changed that configuration and we don't want to override it. You could still delete the channel and recreate it, but that's annoying for users because they will lose their saved settings, and so you should avoid that as much as possible. Okay, so now let's create the notification itself. So to do that, let's just create something to trigger the notification for us. We'll just go with a simple button here in the main activity. So let's just change this text view to, and make it just a button here that when clicked it sends a notification. So let's give it an ID. Let's change the text to say send notification. And to match best practices, let's just make that a string resource. And then here we need to give this an ID. So let's say send notification. And then in our activity, when this is clicked, we want to send a notification. So let's first import the view here, set a non-click listener, and now we can create a notification, assign it to the channel, and send it basically. And so to create a notification, we have this notification compat that will take care of compatibility issues, like when we are on an API below 28, below 8 API level 26, we don't need a channel, so it will take care of not basically attaching the notification to the channel, and it will still work. And so we have notification builder here that needs the context, which is the activity, and the same channel ID that we created the notification channel with here, so that this notification can be associated to a channel, because otherwise it won't work on API level 26 and above. And we will need some other attributes like set small icon. So this is just it sets an icon for the notification. We can give it, let's just take any drawable from the Android SDK. Let's maybe take the alarm drawable here, and let's set a title for our notification. Just say it's a test notification. And let's set also a text, and so that would be a test notification content. And all of this, let's just put it in a variable that we can build later when we want to send notification. So let's call it builder here. And then we need to, again, the same way we did in the app here, to create the notification channel, we needed to get the notification manager. We will need to get that again here, because that's what allows us to notify, to send a notification. So we need also an ID for the notification. This also has to be unique for your app. I'm just going to put in a random number and then build the notification. So one thing to note here is that setting the icon for the notification here is required, and actually this is the only attribute that is required for a notification. The rest can be omitted, but this is, you would have to have it to have the notification working. Okay, so now let's run this. And now we have the button, so let's send the notification. So you can see now we have our notification, and we have the test notification title and the content. We didn't set any intent on the notification, so clicking on it doesn't do anything. And if we go to our app here and change the importance level from low to high, because you notice it probably, or default, you noticed probably that we didn't get any sound. So now if we run it again, yep, you can see still no sound because the notification channel was already created without a sound. So this proves the point that once you create a notification channel using your app, you can't change the configuration anymore, because the user already may have already changed the configuration, which was the case here. But now if I go to my channel, you can see the configuration didn't change, and change it to make a sound and go back to the app. You can see now we have a sound. Yeah, so that's for this first video. We went through how to create a notification channel, the different configurations we need to have, and how to create a notification within that notification channel. And stay tuned for follow-up videos that explore notifications more. See you on the next one. Bye.